So it's our last day here in Victoria. Not sure what time it is, but Kevin and I just had quite the adventure. Last night we met up with this artist guy, sort of sitting on the side of the street. We were coming out of Swan Suite. We wanted to have beer and do some dancing, but we ended up not staying there. We were planning on finding another place because it was a little bit too busy in there. And there's this guy painting on the side of the street. Beautiful, beautiful hummingbird that he's working on. And really nice guy. And I guess he sort of asked us where we were going or something to that effect. Anyways, we got in a conversation with him. Oh no, I think he asked Kevin for a smoke. So I give him a smoke. Anyways, long story short, we started talking with him. It's the four of us, myself, Kevin, Kos, and Monica. And turns out he is an artist. Starts telling us a little bit about himself. His story is something else, man. Fact or fiction, I have no idea, but I'm going to lean towards saying all of it is fact. He said, Google me. He said, you have internet? Yeah, it's the iPhone age, right? You have an iPhone. One of you guys have to have an iPhone. I said, yeah, I have an iPhone. He says, Google me. If you don't find me, internet's broken or something. So I looked this guy up, and his artwork sells for between $200,000 and $20,000. And he starts sort of listing off the different incredible experiences that he's had. Carved for the Dalai Lama, a totem pole, native artist, I think I mentioned that. Carved for the Dalai Lama. He's carved for, like, what do you say, like the owner of Panasonic or something like that, Toshiba, in their like private homes. What were the other things? It doesn't even matter. He's carved for so many different things. He's got stuff in Stanford University, University of Michigan. Told us that at the age of 9 he won some sort of scholarship from McGill. Actually, completely true. Looked it up. Google's amazing. So this guy's dope. Anyway, so he sells Monica one of his pieces, and Kevin and I, after listening to this guy talk about the spirit and the earth and nature and life and love and all this sort of stuff, we went through some of his stuff, and I saw this incredible picture of whales, and I showed Kevin, and he loved the whales, and the guy said, I could draw that whale for you in 5 minutes. Give me 5 minutes, I'll draw that whale for you. In the meantime, Monica's already bought the hummingbird, which is also a stunning piece. I'll post it or something. And so Kevin and I decided to commission 2 pieces from this guy that we have never met. Derek C. Heaton. He says, look me up. We looked him up. He's a real person. So today, Kevin and I just wandered back down towards the wharf, next to Swans where he was, went to his building, buzzed, went up to the place that he was staying at, and he produced, hang on, I'll walk back into my room. He produced these 2 beautiful pieces of work for us, much larger than the one he made for Monica, exactly the way we had asked for them. And he then, so just dropped my card. He then talked to us about them. I'm going to do a little flip on the camera. He then talked to us about these pieces. He said it's a frog. This is the communicator. I don't know why, but this is the one that I asked for, and I don't know why, but it really, really suits me. I quite love it. He says this frog is the communicator, and the whales. I can't remember what he said about the whales. I was not listening. I was too busy looking at my own artwork. But yeah, so he makes us these pieces, and then he sort of starts talking to us about his life again, giving us a lot of the same stories that he already had, and then some new stories, and he was just so like, Kevin said, how did you get here? Like, how have you had this life? And he said, I just followed this, man. I followed the art. I followed my passion. He said, people come up to me and they say, like, Derek, man, you sell this stuff for like $5,000, and then they see me sitting on the side of the street practically giving, and I mean, I bought that for $60, so practically giving work away. And they said, how can you, like, how is this something you do? And he loves it, right? He told us at the age of 19 he made the decision that he would never harm another human being willfully after some incidences that he had, and one of the incidences that he quoted was him getting hit by a car while he was on his motorcycle and damaging himself pretty badly. I don't know, I'm just rambling, but some of the stuff that he was talking about, like he really has a lot of respect for how far he's come and where he's ended up, and he certainly hasn't had it easy. But boy, has he has stories to tell for a long time to come. He's given us some stories, and I mean, I'm not doing this story justice. Maybe I'll do another little video entry when I get Kevin we can both talk about it at the same time and try to recollect, but the long and the short of it is, I think we know why we ended up in Victoria, if only to meet this one individual. He's pretty inspiring. He's pretty exciting. His artwork kind of speaks for itself, but he talked a lot about the spirit, the human spirit, and the things people go through and the stories that need to be told. And he said, he said it's not just, he's Native, he said it's not just us who have been oppressed. He says, we've all been oppressed. We've lived through humanity killing itself and killing each other, people killing their own, violence within cultures, trying to eradicate the lesser of their own kind. And every single one of us has persevered in terms of our culture, our races, our sexuality, whatever struggles we've been having. We've all persevered, and the people who have been granted the opportunity to continue telling people about it are the artists. And I guess I've never really felt as honored to be a part of a group of people as I did in that moment, because the art that he is creating really sort of struck a chord, given that the art that we're here putting on its feet is the middle place.